The US will be keeping an eye on dozens of countries, making sure they keep their word to the victims of the Holocaust and their families. President Trump signed a new law designed to help them reclaim property stolen during the Holocaust. The JUST Act requires the State Department to report on progress in Holocaust compensation. It's widely seen as a response to recent moves in the other direction taken in Poland, the only country not to have passed a legislation to ensure proper restitution. And with a bill making its way through Parliament that would severely limit who could get compensated for property taken during and after the Holocaust. Only current Polish citizens or those resident in Poland when the property was taken, even though many Polish Jews left for Israel or the US after the war. Only spouses, children or grandchildren, even though in many families it was only cousins who survived.
It would basically reject and exclude the Holocaust survivors.
Before signing the JUST Act, US senators signed a letter in protest of the Polish bill.
The support that we found was wall-to-wall, across the political spectrum, geographically broad, politically diverse. This is an issue that has widespread resonance.
But in Poland, those who support the law, even in part, say it's misunderstood, that the issue of restitution, not only to Jews but to ethnic Poles, is so big, so expensive, that the Polish state can only do so much.
If we were to compensate fully, that would mean that we would go basically bankrupt. And I don't see a reason why my country should go bankrupt and become, in a way, the final victim of World War II.
Much of Poland was destroyed in World War II, affecting both Jews and ethnic Poles. The scale of the destruction and the passage of time makes the restitution issue complicated.
Also, for example, there are people who had apartment blocks, and those apartment blocks do not exist. Those streets that they were built on do not exist. The map of the city is different.
This fight comes in the aftermath of another fight over Poland's law on Holocaust history. That law, signed by Poland's president, would make it illegal to use the words Polish death camp or to say the Polish nation was partly responsible for the Holocaust. The JUST Act doesn't actually give the US any power to act against any country, the Polish government and public trying to make its case. But the message of support from Washington is loud and clear. Bianca Zanini, I-24 News.